Gravesend Season 2.
You're in for a treat.
You're gonna love it.
Gravesend native nears end of filming for Mob Drama's second season.
Coming soon.
Many months later.
Gravesend Season 2.
Gravesend Season 2 is expected to be released around December of 2022. However, due to delays, the release date has not yet been confirmed.
Coming soon.
2,000 years later.
New artwork for Season 2. Trailer and release date
Coming soon.
It's now been 6 months since my last video and everybody's still asking the same question. Where in the world is Gravesend Season 2? It's been 2 years since the last season and the only thing we got is 2 shitty posters so far that look like they were made by a 5-year-old in Photoshop.
Two slices, one on top of the other, friend from West 9th Street. Trust me, it was good.
We still have no release date, no trailer, and no indication to where the show is going to be streaming. It's been so long, Will went from looking like this to looking like this, and from looking like this to looking like this.
It's been 84 years.
With the time it's taking to release Gravesend Season 2, and with the age of most of the cast,
It's all old and dried out, like that man right there.
half of them are going to be dead by the time the season releases. I'm looking at you, Lilo Rossi and Armand Desante. After the season has been missing for so long, I decided to look into the possible reasons why it's taking this long. The first reason being that Will Demeo recently announced he's looking to open a cafe. This announcement was posted by Rimjob Cafe in Brooklyn, and by the looks of it, both Christian and Will look like they've been eating one too many cookies recently.
You got fat.
Boy, are you fat.
You really are a fat bastard.
A second reason for a delay in the season, and this one's actually confirmed, is they had last-minute changes to the cast. As we recently went over, Will Demeo brought on Chaz Palminteri, adding 2 additional episodes to the season just to put him in. He also added John Kreese from The Karate Kid, who he also makes dress up like a Jew. And at this point, I feel like it's some sort of weird fetish that Will has going on. This wouldn't be the first time the costume department reuses an outfit. Finally, Will added a character named Harry Styles. Harry Wiener. Harry Sides, who's a drugged-out little person that Will decides to help out of the kindness of his cold heart. A final reason for the delay is Demeo's trying to get the season on different streaming platforms such as Netflix and Hulu. And if you've seen half the garbage released on these platforms, you know it's a pretty low bar for entry. IMDb has now updated the episode list, adding the names and 2 more episodes, making the season go from 7 episodes to 9. The first episode is called On the Lam and is in reference to Will's character Benny, who's on the run after the shootout in the church. It's unclear in the last episode if this was due to him killing the Jew pedophile or Danny Cuccio.
Young boy, Jewish or not, I'm fully at peace with my decision.
The second episode is called Miami Nights and obviously is in reference to what I pointed out in my first video. They filmed the first half of Gravesend Season 2 in Miami, so the crew can go on a vacation under the guise of a business trip, so they can sit their old asses in the sun. The third episode is strangely titled Rudy Giuliani, former mayor of New York, former lawyer to the president, and former contestant on The Masked Singer.
Rudy Giuliani!
I have no idea how this title is relevant in terms of the episode, but I guess we'll see. The next episode is called The Neighborhood, which might be signaling Will's return to Brooklyn within the season. Not a lot of people know this, but the show was originally titled The Neighborhood, with posters and listings on IMDb already made.
Originally, it was called The Neighborhood, and what happened is another show came out called The Neighborhood while I was in the process of getting it made, so
Will was forced to change the name to Gravesend after a show with the same name sued Will. The next episode has a pretty generic name titled Dust in the Air. Again, I have no idea what this would be in reference to, but I'm hoping we get to see Will go from a level 1 crook to a level 100 boss. The next episode is titled South Philly, and again, I'm not really sure what this is in reference to, but Will sometimes dresses like he's out of the movie Philadelphia. Episode 7 is titled Sauce Not Gravy, in reference to the age-old debate between Italians.
Gravy, tomato sauce.
the sauce is amazing, Virginia.
Can I just get some macaroni and gravy?
Episode 7 is titled The Cyclone, named after the legendary ride in Coney Island, which we saw Will and Virginia go to in the first season. Final episode is titled Independence Day, as it ends on a 4th of July celebration. We have behind the scenes footage of filming that took place on that day, as we have everybody's reaction to the explosive final shots of the season.
Look at what you're doing to me. Can you guys back out?
That's fucking awesome. That's pretty big. Take 2.
Everybody knows the Gravesend Brooklyn song by Francis Mangano, used in the opening credits of the show.
We come from Brooklyn, baby. We come from Brooklyn.
Apparently this wasn't the original theme of the show, but I'm From Brooklyn Man by Gino was. This song was apparently scrapped for not being gritty enough and being too similar to The Sopranos. A guy who built his entire career off of making cheap soprano imitations has some nerve to call something too similar to The Sopranos. And And finally, for all my MobTube members out there, Will had Angel Gotti and some of the members of her live streams on set. We previously discussed how John Gotti Jr. is one of Will's major backers, and Will listen to anything Angel Gotti says just so he doesn't lose funding for his films. Will even attended a boxing match for one of the Gotti's cousins. Angel did a behind the scenes live stream where she sucked off Lilo Rossi and Demeo for an hour as they stood there awkwardly, not knowing what to do.
Hello, everyone. This is William Demeo. You are the best. No, you are the best.
She also had a member of her live stream broadcast live from the 4th of July block party event.
Hey, Angel! Come on, Angel, come here!
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for some more Gravesend news. Hopefully the season will come out soon. And if you want to support the channel, hit the thanks button down below. And I want to give a huge shout out to M. Screedy and Miss Jessie Roth. Thank you so much for your donation. It's really appreciated. And it helps out the channel a lot. It helps me get videos out quicker.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you soon. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you.